The Furies in God of War are known for casting illusions, but what if I told you they themselves are an illusion? Yes, the Furies that Kratos fights in God of War Ascension do not exist. For a fact, everything that happens in Ascension is all fake. Now, you might be wondering, what proof do I have? If you want to know, then make sure to watch the entire video, or you might not understand my points. And also, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you love God of War content. Without wasting any more time, let's start by saying that in the entirety of Ascension, Orkos is the only one who is real besides Kratos. And if you don't know, Orkos in the Greek myths is not a son of the Furies and Ares. Orkos, in Greek mythology, is a living curse. So, what I'm trying to say is that Orkos is a curse in Ascension too, and someone has placed him on Kratos. That is why Orkos is manipulating Kratos' mind throughout God of War Ascension. In that elusive world, Kratos is being haunted by the Furies, and Orkos is trying to save him. In the end, Kratos is able to kill the Furies without needing the god-killing power from Pandora's box or the Blade of Olympus. To further prove my theory, let's focus on the game's pacing. The game starts in the mouth of Aegean, and Kratos doesn't remember how he ended up there. Then Megara comes to torture Kratos and accidentally frees him. Kratos chases her around until he kills her, and Kratos picks up the amulet of Ouroboros from her. He starts to remember his own journey to the very amulet he is holding on to. Then, when he comes back, Megara's body disappears, just like any normal enemy. Kratos uses the amulet of Ouroboros to restore the prison because it all fell off and was destroyed when Kratos and Megara were fighting. But somehow, there is this one man who is still alive while everyone else is dead. This man explains he was the first mortal to be put there by the Furies, and he also says he heard Alecto and Ares having intercourse.
Harsh, but fair. Had something to do with Ares, I imagine.
Which means he has been there for a very long time before the birth of Orkos. Now, let's assume Orkos is a bit older than Kratos, which means that man has been locked up there long before the birth of Kratos. If so, then how does this guy know Kratos is a Spartan? It would make no sense for him to know that Kratos is a Spartan if he had been imprisoned for such a long time. That is either because this man is Orkos himself in disguise, or just an illusion created inside of Kratos' head. Later, Kratos encounters Tisiphone, and he steals back the Oathstone of Orkos. He remembers the rest of his journey and how he ended up in the prison. Kratos kills the Fury Tisiphone by choking her and Alecto with the Blades of Chaos, and not the Blade of Olympus. More proof is how Megara is holding on to the amulet of Ouroboros, and strangely enough, her claws are colored in green, and her armor is golden, similar to the colors of the amulet, proving that she is just a projection of Kratos' mind. Also, Tisiphone is holding on to the Oathstone of Orkos, an item that allows Kratos to summon a companion. And again, coincidentally, Tisiphone's powers are the exact same as the Oathstone of Orkos. She can also summon a companion to aid her, which again proves that Tisiphone is also just a projection of Kratos' mind too. All of this proves that the Furies do not exist, and Kratos' entire journey in Ascension was all just Orkos playing with Kratos' mind. But the question is, who sent Orkos after Kratos? The answer is very simple. Since Ascension takes place right after Kratos killed his family and broke his oath to Ares, the only person at the time who needed Kratos was Athena. And coincidentally, the small village that Kratos attacked was built to worship Athena. So, she could be the one who sent Orkos after Kratos. Athena is the reason Kratos starts having his nightmares, because just as the conditions for the curse are met, the final step for Kratos is to release Orkos by stabbing him, which is when the curse of his nightmares is inflicted upon Kratos. And that is why Kratos goes on to become a servant of the gods of Olympus.